Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Bell County Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. We now present Miss Olivia Wilson.
Please bow your heads. Dear kind and gracious Heavenly Father, as we join together in celebration of a major chapter in our life's closing, I pray that you would guide and protect us in our new journey. I pray that you would give each and every person under my voice a heart on fire for you. Lord, we thank you for the good and the bad times, and I pray that even when life is bad, that we always know that you are good. Without you, we are nothing. Lord, I pray you give us hearts to forgive, to love, to nurture, and to remember your many blessings. Thank you for allowing everyone to join today, and Lord, I pray for the comfort of every person that wishes someone could be here that couldn't join us today. I thank you for the many friendships and memories made over the past years. In your sweet and precious name I pray, amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Cora Yeary.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now to sing our national anthem, Miss Olivia Simmons.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, shade does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. We would now like to introduce Principal of Bell County High School, Mr. Jeff Brock.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2024 Bell County High School graduation. That is an extremely tough act to follow. I think I should have went first and let them follow me. Please, let's give it up one more time for our color guard and all three of the young ladies and what they did. Folks, I've never talked in front of anywhere near this size crowd, so if I mess something up, please forgive me. One reminder, I've been asked to remind everybody, when the ceremony is over with, please stay off the floor for a couple of minutes. The graduates will walk back out, and then you can meet them outside, take pictures, do whatever you need, but there's going to be a quick turnaround because of Project Grad, so we're going to try to get out as fast as possible once this is over with. First, I want to thank some people before I talk about how great these young ladies, young men and women have done this year. Our custodians, guys, thank you so much. They've worked all week, and I want to give a special recognition. One of our custodians is retiring supposedly this year. I'm trying to keep him, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. And it's an extra special night. His daughter is graduating. If you know Danny Johnson, you know the type of guy he is. He's one of the better close to him. Please make sure that you say thank you. He does an excellent job. Danny, thank you for everything. You've been fantastic. Also want to thank our faculty. Now, they're sitting back, a lot of them are sitting back in the back corner. About 15 of them got soaking wet outside trying to work parking lot duty. They came in soaked to the bone, so to speak. I really appreciate them being here, and I appreciate them doing this. And I want to, they've worked all day. They're here for this. A lot of them are going to stay for Project Grad, so it's going to be almost a 24-hour day for them. And the dedication they show to our students is second to none. Please show your appreciation for them. I want to give a special thank you to 5 ladies who keep me out of trouble and take very good care of your kids. LaHanya Barton, Mary Runyons, Pam King, Sally Jones, Nicole Middleton. That's our office staff. Last group I want to thank is behind me, my administrative staff. Julia Bergen, better known as Cricket, and Danielle Petra. That's our 2 guidance counselors. They have daily interaction with your students. They do a fantastic job. It's amazing what they do just for 2 people with all the kids that come for schedule changes and everything else. Also, I want to thank someone who's not here tonight. He was principal for 3 years for you all, Mr. Brian Crawford. I got the luxury to work under him for 3 years, and he taught me more than I can ever explain. And when he moved on, it created a kind of a domino effect. I was able to hire Billy Trey Harbin as a part-time assistant. He's done a fantastic job. And there's not enough things to say about my full-time assistant. She does a fantastic job. Again, she's somebody else who keeps me out of trouble, shuts me up when I need to. She does a fantastic job. Please show your thanks for Miss Angie Hammonds as well. Thank you. Now, let's talk about how great these young men and women are in front of us. They entered high school like no other group. They entered during the pandemic. We did not start school that year until September 27th, give or take. In 2 or 3 weeks, out 2 or 3 weeks. Everybody talked about the struggles that they would endure, what they would have to overcome. This bunch has done that. Hard work and determination. They've done an excellent job. We talked about this on Honors Night. We have over 80 students who have committed already to college, career ready, or the military. We have this bunch earned over $3 million in scholarships. It's fantastic. They've done an excellent job. We're so proud of them. We're going to miss them dearly. I want to introduce the superintendent of our schools. I've known this man about 30 years, and if you want inspiration, just look no further than Mr. Tom Gamble, our superintendent. When I first met him, he was a custodian at Bell Central. He was working nights, taking classes during the day. He is now our superintendent. You can't say much more than that for hard work and determination. If you can match that, you'll never have any issues whatsoever. Our superintendent, Mr. Tom Gambrill.
Good evening. I'm certain you didn't come here to listen to me talk, so I'm going to make this very short. We're here to celebrate the 2024 Bell County High School graduates. Our graduating class is the 40th since we've been in this building. When we walked the halls here in the 1980s early on, some of you guys are here with me, there was a lot more of these students. We're growing smaller, but this is a very celebrated class. You look and they have stoles all over and cords, and they've accomplished so much. As Mr. Brock said, they've earned over $3 million in scholarships to post-secondary, college, and vocational schools. Many of the graduates have earned associate's degrees, as you'll learn in a minute, and a lot of industry certifications. We have several CNAs in this group that will start jobs in the nursing programs. We're very proud of this group. They're very accomplished. We have Mr. Football. We have a 3-time state champion in Skills USA. We have many other state and regional champions in this group. We're very proud of all of them and all of their accomplishments and achievements. Lastly, but not least, of importance to me is with all the stoles that we see, we probably represent every award that you could probably get. We have it covered here. And the ones that I'm most proud seeing are those of our military service students. I got the good view of them walking in, and they had, I watched them as they came in, and we had Army, and we had several others. You guys that have signed up already, would you stand up? I want to personally thank you for your service already, and I want you all to know that the reason we live in a country where we can celebrate, we can honor God if we want to, and the reason we do that is because of young men and women that serve in our military, those present, those in the past, and those in the future. That's what will keep our country the greatest country on earth. And I'm very proud of you. I appreciate you very much. Seniors, this is for you all. You've made it. You've completed the requirements to earn a high school diploma in the state of Kentucky. These are not the best days of your life. They're yet to come. I'm certain of it. Please remember this quote by Steve Jobs. He said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." On behalf of the Bell County Board of Education and all of its employees, I congratulate you. Once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. Good luck, and God bless you. I'm allowed the honor to introduce Bell County High School class of 2024 Salutatorian, Miss McKaylin Rose Dye.
Thank you, Mr. Gambrill. Good afternoon, fellow graduates and the loved ones of those seated before me. My name is McKaylin Dye, and I'm absolutely honored to be standing in front of you representing the graduating class of 2024. Most of you don't know me or my story, but let's just say it wasn't an easy road. I'll save you the story and begin with a few special thank yous. Thank you to every teacher and faculty member that have made my 4 years at Bell High the most memorable of my life. Thank you to my church family for backing me up with prayer and supporting me through everything. Thank you to Rachel Grubbs and Julia Bergen for helping me with my college classes, even though you all were probably sick of seeing and hearing from me. Thank you to the Gear Up staff for listening to my countless rants of being stressed and overwhelmed. Thank you to Nicole Levy for reminding me that it's okay to feel my feelings, even though I was stubborn and told her I could feel them after I graduated because school came first. Thank you to the gas stations that got me and my girls through the boring nights of sitting at the house with nothing to do. Thank you to my friends who have never failed to put a smile on my face when I was having a hard day, and were always there to pick me up when I just needed to go for a drive and get some ice cream. Camden, Shay, and Cameron, I think I may need one final night of having to rush home because we got too carried away talking and jamming out. People said we wouldn't make it, but here we are 7 years later. Thank you to my Nana and my dad for pushing me to be the best I could be and for taking me in and raising me as their own. You will never truly understand the impact you have had on me, and I couldn't be more proud to call you my parents. I know you're crying right now, so if you see them, please hand them a tissue. Most importantly, I would like to thank God. Without Him, I would be nowhere near where I am today. His hand has guided me through the hardest parts of my life, and He has never failed to amaze me. Now that those are out of the way, I can finally say we did it. We are officially the has-beens. It all went by so fast, just like everyone said it would. It feels like yesterday we were sitting in line, waiting for our schedules and a map of the school with the wrong room numbers. And now, here we are, dressed in our caps and gowns, preparing to walk across the stage. This is the day that some of us never imagined, and for some, the day that couldn't come fast enough. I'll admit I had an entire speech written about 3 weeks ago, and I said I was done with it, but on the 16-hour drive back home from senior trip, I had some time to think and completely rewrote it. Also, if you saw me crying on the bus, no, you didn't. As I sat and thought, I realized that this was one of the last times we would all be in the same place together. The faces I've seen every day for the past 13 years would now just be faces I see every once in a while, and for some, never again. I couldn't wait for the day I could walk across the stage and finally say that all the hard work and stress paid off. But here we are, and the only thing I can think about is how I would give anything for another first day, another football, basketball, volleyball, or baseball game, another assembly, another prom, and a chance to play another game on the court I once considered home. I would like to ask you a question. When was the last time you wished something in the future would just come a little faster? For some, that moment could be right now. We spend our whole lives wishing for things that haven't even happened yet, and we waste the time that we're living in right now. We've experienced so many of our lives together, and yet we're still wishing away the last moments we have with one another. In just a few short days, it will be the last time we walk these halls together, so I ask you to do one thing. Take a look around. Look at the bonds you have formed. Some you may have had for years, and others you could have just met 6 months ago. Take in these last few moments together as high school students, because when the final bell rings, the moment you're in now will all become a memory. Although we're all happy to be here, there is some part in all of us that will miss this big brick building. This is the place we grew up in, the place that transformed us into the people we are today, the place we struggled, and the place that gave us memories we will tell our kids someday. We won't be back here at the same time in August, seeing the same faces at the same time in the same places. Once the final bell rings, we will walk down the halls one last time, say goodbye to the friends and memories, get in our cars, and leave this place to go on to bigger things. It's such a bittersweet moment to think about. We have waited so long for this moment, but it's finally here, and it's getting harder and harder to let go. So as we prepare to say our final goodbyes and face what the real world has in store for all of us, I will leave you with a quote from one of my favorite characters, Winnie the Pooh. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard.
The next person I'd like to introduce, we had 11 students get associate degrees. 6 of those got dual associate degrees. Ms. Rachel Grubbs from Southeast will be here to present those diplomas. Ms. Grubbs.
Good evening, and I want to say congratulations to all the graduates, and I pray that each and every one of you move forward in your calling and in your God-given potential. And it's my honor to present the degrees. These students have been able to accomplish something that was not easy. They are going to be getting their degrees along with their diplomas this evening. And the first one we're going to recognize is Zoe Bailey. The next one is John Baker. The next student is Cameron Burnett. Next student is Cassidy Carroll. Next, we have Chelsea Craig. Next, we have your salutatorian, Miss Kaylin Dye. Next, we have McKenna Franks. Next is William Holder. Next is Mark Lingar. Next is Jacob Stiegel. Last but not least, we have Camden Thomas. Thank you and congratulations.
Interesting fact about our valedictorian. Her mother was salutatorian, Leada, and her brother, Hunter, was also a valedictorian. So intelligence and hard work definitely runs in the family. Our 2024 valedictorian, Miss Janet Bailey Wilson.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow graduates, proud parents, and guests. It is a pleasure to stand before you as the valedictorian of the 2024 class. I'd like to warmly welcome you all and thank you for being a part of this unforgettable occasion. Fellow graduates, I would like to ask you to take a moment to reflect on our journey in life so far. Think about the past, about our childhoods. Think about the endless memories we have made, from the first day of kindergarten to birthday parties, to learning how to ride a bike, learning how to drive, and now developing a plan for the future. Each of us are different, and life would be boring if we were all the same. Our building blocks consist of the teachers, friends, and family which have made us who we are today. Now, I want you to think about the present day. Here, we are together, but we are also separate, soon to part ways. Some of us will begin work.